and I am here for our weekly talk show, Warm Topic Wednesday, where we talk about cruise and travel related topics that have hit the news. And they may not be hot topics, but I just heard about them. And so I'm bringing them to you. So that's why we call it Warm Topic Wednesday. So if you are watching right now, you're probably watching the replay of this, but thank you for watching the replay. Go ahead and do me a favor and just drop an emoji in the comments just so that I know you were here and that you watched the replay. Hello, Miss Karita. How are you? How you doing, Miss Karita? Karita, you got on here fast. Y'all got on here fast. Hey, hanging with the hordes. How are you? How are you? Y'all, it's late. I know it's late. It's 1:32. We're here for Warm Topics Wednesday, y'all. Warm Topic Wednesday, y'all. I need a theme song for that. You're doing great. I saw your post this morning, Karita. I sure did. I was scrolling Facebook for about 5 minutes and saw your post with your sets. But yeah, if you're here, y'all say hi. Let me know that you're here. Go ahead and give the video a thumbs up. I don't want to say this is like a cruise news show because we probably will venture off from time to time and talk about travel related news that I've been interested in that I think you might be interested in. And I have some very interesting ones to talk about with you all today. Amy, did you get a notification? I know you said you weren't getting your notifications. Doing well. I believe so. I believe I am still taking that birthday cruise. Trying to figure out your silhouette to print a shirt. I have not pulled out my silhouette in over a year. Oh my goodness, I have not touched that thing. Well, did I do anything with it last Christmas? I don't think I've touched it in over a year. So I'm happy you said that. That reminds me. Maybe I need to do a little something with it for the holiday season. So yeah, you said a year for you too. Who else did I see? Oh, you got the notification. Good. You know, Amy, what I think happened is was it October? That I took like almost a month off from making videos. I think like 3 weeks off. I think I fell out of the algorithm. And so I think that's why. Like when you mentioned you weren't getting notifications, I think that's what happened. I feel like I'm working my way back into the algorithm. And so hopefully you made it, Natasha. Welcome. I'm so glad you made it. Thank you for being here. So yeah, I think that's what happened is that I fell out of the algorithm because after that, when I came back, I think I took like 3.5 weeks. It might be a month, but I don't think it was a full month. When I started making videos, when I came back, it's like my views had dropped drastically, but it made sense that they did, and I feel like they're starting to come back around. What is a silhouette? It's one of the machines where you can cut vinyl. You know how people personalize a shirt or a tumbler. They cut little designs and little letters to trying to see if I have any projects in here that I made with my silhouette. I don't see any. You know what I'm talking about though. How people put their name on a shirt or make a mug for their best friend or their office, you know what I'm saying? People at office, whatever. So yeah, and I was real heavy into it. Like a couple years ago, I was real heavy into it. Everybody was getting personalized, everything. But I just haven't touched it in over a year. Isn't that funny how that happens? And then I forgot it was even here. So I'm happy you said that, Karita. All right, y'all. So we're going to talk about our warm topics. I have a couple of Anna Kepner updates. Do you all remember who Anna Kepner is? Or do we have to recap who Anna Kepner is? Or should I say who Anna Kepner was? I want to be completely respectful to that situation. But some news has been coming out about that situation, which confirms what I feel like I said about the situation last week. A lot of people hear about things happening on cruise ships and they're like, that's why I don't cruise. or that's why I could never take a cruise. And I feel like some of these stories just happen to have happened on a cruise ship, but they could have happened anywhere. They're not cruise ship specific incidents. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like, I said this last week, I feel like the story with Anna Kepner is one of those stories where the backdrop just happened to be a cruise ship, but it really literally could have happened anywhere. Where she went on a cruise with her father, her stepmother, I think a half sibling and a step sibling, and her grandparents on her father's side. And the next day, well, I don't know how many days they were on the cruise before it happened, but the room steward, cabin steward, was coming in to clean the room, and they found her body under the bed in the room, covered up with life jackets. And so the FBI got involved, and it was on Carnival Horizon. And at first, we weren't getting really any details, but it was just kind of weird. You could kind of tell by the way they were reporting it, that something was going on that was not usual, right? And so I learned yesterday that the stepbrother has been named as a suspect, which they had been hinting at that for a long time. But also the stepmother's custody battle has kind of come to the forefront and become news just because of how it's related. The stepbrother's father was suing for like emergency custody of the younger sister, because he just felt like it was a safety issue. And so that custody, the court hearings from that custody situation have been made public. Isn't it crazy how we are able to know so much about people now? Like the body cam videos. There's a channel on YouTube called Phone Calls from Prison, where like famous people or infamous people who have been arrested, you can listen to their phone calls that they make with people. Isn't it weird how we're able to just know so much about people? But anyway, the brother who is the stepbrother who is the suspect is living with a family member right now, not his mother, not his father, another like a third party family member, because neither parent, I guess both parents have other children in the house, and neither parent feels safe, that it's a safe situation for the other children. And so he's staying with a third party relative. And the mother says she does not know when or if he'll ever be able to return home. So something is going on. Something is going on where she doesn't feel like her other children are safe around him. But it's just a whole, this could have happened anywhere. Like the cruise ship just happened to be the backdrop, because in the court case, it came out that the mother allowed the minor children to drink. When they were 16 and 14, their grandmother walked in and they were taking shots with their mother. The mother is not allowing the biological father to see the kids. One of the sons accused the stepdad, which is Anna's dad, of putting him in a chokehold. Like there's just all kinds of stuff. The little sister is on migraine medication. The stepbrother, who's the suspect, was on a medication for insomnia, and the mother fell asleep and didn't give it to him on the night that this happened. It's just, I didn't even see Candace come in. Hey, Candace, it's a whole bunch of stuff going on with this family. It's so sad. Apparently the Anna Kepner's dad and the stepmother are still together. They were seen leaving court holding hands. So apparently they're still together, which I don't even know how that happens, because listen, I would be like, you got your child, I don't have mine. I don't know what we're going to talk about. Like, I honestly don't know what we have to talk about, because you have your child and I don't have mine anymore. But that's just me, and that's just me. I don't think right about everything, but that's how I think I would feel in that situation. So that's the latest update on that. The stepbrother has been named as a suspect, and his biological parents, mother and father, don't feel safe with him around other children, so he has to stay with a third party relative. And yeah, so that's the latest update on that. I just hope everyone who loves Anna has peace. At some point comes to no peace. Um that's just the only thing I can hope about that situation. Just everywhere, one crafty sister, like just everywhere, like every person in the situation, like the stories just kept getting crazier and crazier. Even the father, he was suing the mother, the father of the stepbrother, not Anna, was suing the stepbrother's mother, his ex-wife, because she was not letting him see his kids. And he brought up that on Thanksgiving, he wanted all three of his kids to be together. One son, the older son, lives with him, and that's the son who said Anna Kepner's dad had put him in a chokehold. He lives with his dad. The little sister who has the migraines, that's 9. She lives with the mother, who was Anna Kepner's stepmother. This other brother, who's the suspect, he lives with another relative. So on Thanksgiving, the father was trying to get all three of his children together to spend time together, and the mother wouldn't let him get the little girl. And the judge like interrupted, and the judge said, wait a minute, so you all have him staying with someone else because you don't feel like the other kids are safe, but you were trying to get all the kids together? And he was like, well, of course, under my supervision, because his little sister wanted to see him. And she said, so because an 8-year-old wanted this, you were going to do it? Like, even the judge was like, wait a minute, like, y'all not thinking clearly. So that's a story where I mean, I don't feel like I have to defend cruising, but in a way I do. Where the cruising industry got a bad rap, but that just happened to be the place where it happened, because this whole family is, it's just a lot. It's just a lot going on with that family. So, hey Candace, it's such a sad story. It's such a sad story. I think I've told y'all this before. My oldest daughter Aaliyah was kidnapped when she was in kindergarten by her biological father, but initially I didn't know who had her, because he lived in another state. So stuff like this just tears at my heart. Now I got my baby back within 2 days, but parents who have to go for a long period of time without knowing where their child is or losing a child, I feel like I'm extra sensitive to it, because I feel like I remember every moment of that time without her. Because there was a period of time where I did not know where she was or who had her. And then, but that wasn't that long. That was just like maybe a couple hours. And then after that, I knew who had her, but I didn't know where she was or if I was going to get to see her again. Or Bianca was the baby at that time. And I feel like I remember every moment of that time. I remember Bianca was a baby and she was a nursing baby. This happened October 8th. Bianca's birthday is in July. So she was a little baby and she was a nursing baby. And I remember feeling like I could not nurse her, because how could I take care of one child if I could not take care of the other child? Like, that's how not right in my head I was. Like, how could I take care of this baby if I can't take care of my other child? And my mother had to like get in my face and be like, you need to take care of your baby, and kind of snap me out of it to realize how like crazy I was thinking. So I just have a really, really tender spot for parents. And I just kind of sort of feel like everybody failed Anna, not the cruise ship, you know what I'm saying? But just, I feel like she was failed all the way around. So anyway, all right, our next topic is going to be about this woman. Have y'all heard about this? Drop a 2 in the comments if you've heard about this. A 69-year-old woman was arrested in Nassau because the NASA authorities found a loaded pew pew. I don't even know how to make the thing in her bag. Did y'all hear about that? This just happened. I think so, Amy. But when I look back, I'm like, how was I even thinking that? You know, some of the thoughts I had during that time, I was like, how was I even thinking that? But have y'all heard about that? Drop a 2 in the comments if you've heard about that story. The woman reportedly said she forgot that she had it in her possession. And she pled guilty, and they fined her $8,000. Now here's the thing. She didn't have $8,000. So in the Bahamas, I guess, because she could not pay the $8,000 fine, they told her, okay, no problem. You just do 24 months in prison here. 24 months in prison for being in possession. She said she completely forgot she had it. She flew to her cruise port and boarded the ship. How did that happen? Like, how did you get through TSA? How did you get on the ship? I'm so confused about that. How did that happen? But her family said she has mild dementia. And that's how she forgot. I don't know if that's true or not, but okay, it sounds good. So they did a GoFundMe for her, which raised, I think they said over $12,000, and I think she's home now. When I saw the story, you didn't hear about that, Karen? I saw the story early this morning, I think, and they said she was on her way home. I initially saw the story like yesterday. And they said about the GoFundMe. And then today I saw that the GoFundMe raised over $12,000 and she was on her way home. So I guess the Bahamas just said, give me my money. I guess that's what the Bahamas just said. But, I mean, I don't know if the lady had dementia, but I ain't mad at her family for saying she had mild dementia, because you got to get mom home. That's the part hanging with the hordes. How did you get through TSA and on a cruise ship? But I do know, I have heard other stories of those kind of things making it onto a cruise ship. Do y'all remember several months ago, the lady did the TikTok showing that she had one in her safe in her cabin, and like the cruise ship officials were notified, and she was banned from cruising? And she said that she didn't realize it was in there either. She didn't realize it until she was unpacking, but she put it away in her safe. Nobody would have ever known she had it had she not told on herself by putting it on like TikTok or, yeah, I think it was TikTok. So I do know there are other incidents of people being able to slide through with that stuff, but I don't know how they do it. But the lady is on her way home. I don't know how I feel about the story. No. Cassandra, I hope you feel better quickly. I do know that there's some stuff going around. Me too, Amy. Yeah, me too. I'm like, why are these people putting all this stuff on TikTok? Like, why? But they're doing, I mean, not just cruise ship stuff too, but they're putting all kind of stuff on social media. Like, everything is not for everybody. That's what I was raised being told. Everything is not for everybody. Some things you keep to yourself. And if anything, if the lady found it, not the 69-year-old lady, but the lady a few months ago who said she didn't realize she had it until she was unpacking, I feel like if anything, call the ship and let them know, listen, I didn't realize this was here. Can y'all take possession of it? If anything, you know what I'm saying? But not TikTok. Yeah, I've been hearing a lot of people are coming down with stuff. And I know as teachers, y'all get exposed to everything, because these kids, y'all get exposed to everything. I hope you feel better quickly. Yeah, Bianca tried to take, because she didn't know I don't know how she didn't know. Um, her Bluetooth speaker on just a little personal Bluetooth speaker on Carnival in July, and they confiscated it, and she had to go down. I think the morning we got off the ship and get it back. So they even took that. Yeah, everything is not. Yeah, yeah. Something. There are some things that I think. Okay, I know that like this new generation or whatever, and I don't want to sound old when I say that. There are some things that they have done better than us, right? And there are some awarenesses and some ways that they think that are more evolved than what we were taught. On Royal, there were people walking through the hallways with their personal Bluetooth speakers on full blast. I agree with them no longer allowing them. This is what I agree with, Amy. Cause Bianca was like, I wasn't gonna take it like on the deck. I was gonna play music like while I'm taking my shower and stuff. I completely understand that. And I agree with Bianca. She was like, that's not fair. I agree with Bianca. However, this is what I also think. Anywhere you go, you play by the rules of the establishment that you go into, right? So if Carnival says no Bluetooth speakers, then no Bluetooth speakers. And if you don't like that, find a cruise line that lets you take a Bluetooth speaker. But I also do agree with what you're saying, Amy. I don't think that they should be able to be used in public places. Like, I feel like they should be for your personal enjoyment only, um, not to be used in public places. But you have to also think about this. If they say, okay, bring them on, but you can't take them into a public place, then that taxes the cruise ship personnel with stopping people, reminding people, confiscating all of the above. And that's a lot to have to deal with. So I see it both ways. Like, I feel like people should be mature and responsible enough to keep their personal listening to their personal spaces. But if you cruise, you know that is not the case. I tell my kids all the time, like, have as much fun as you can without your fun spilling over onto someone else's experience on their cruise. Like, your fun should not spill over to their ability to have a quiet enjoyment of their cruise. You know what I mean? But not everybody thinks that way. So yeah, so the lady is either on her way home or she is home. But to me, it's a trip. How the Bahamas is like, give us $8,000 or go to prison for 24 months. $8,000 me please. $8,000 me please. Um so this is just a reminder. I feel like you don't have to be reminded about the pew pew, but last year, because this is what this story made me think of. Last year in Turks and Caicos, someone just had the AMU, not even the pew pew, and they were prisoned or they were jailed for 3 weeks. They just had the ammo, not even the thing. So I looked it up and I was like, what things could you be bringing into a cruise port that could get you jail time that you're not aware of? And I didn't find anything too crazy. Um, those two things we just talked about, but also anything pertaining to those two things, like the parts, the magazine, the accessories, or anything that resembles those two things, even if they're toys and they resemble those two things. So I thought that was interesting. I can't picture why you would bring that, but anything that resembles those two things, they said realistic or not. So yeah. So just make sure that you keep in mind what you have in your possession. Make sure you check thoroughly, or just do like me and have your travel bag separate from your regular stuff. Make sure you check thoroughly, cause $8,000 or 24 months. Like, I'm not trying to do either one, but if I had to pick between the two, $8,000 me please. All right, and the next thing, y'all, this one is good news. And Amy might know a little bit about this because I know she just got her cruise offer matched on Virgin Voyages. Virgin Voyages just announced that they are matching loyalty programs. But you have to, is it January 6th? If I was a real talk show host, I would know this. Sometime in January, you have to apply for your status match. Before, I think it's like early January. You have to have your status match applied for by then. And then you have to book your cruise by March. Yes. So they are doing a status match program. And I love it. And I'm going to tell you why I love it. Because Carnival is tripping. And I feel like Carnival is taking for granted the love that we have for Carnival with the way they're playing with the loyalty program. Because their loyalty program already is not great. Royal Caribbean sent me a $75 birthday, what do you call it? Like fun play, like to use in the casino. They sent me a $75 thing I can use in the casino for my birthday. And they gave me all the ships I can use it on. I've been on one Royal Caribbean cruise. Carnival ain't sent me nothing, and I'm platinum for my birthday. So I already feel like Carnival is playing with us with this loyalty program. You already do not get much, right? And even on their ship, and I don't know if other cruise lines do this because I don't sell other cruise lines enough to know this, but even like say you're platinum or diamond, but you take a ship that has a lot of platinum or diamond sailors on it, they can take your perks away for that ship. So if you're sailing a ship that has lots of other platinum or diamonds, then you don't get priority embarkation. You don't get your own desk. You don't get your perks. Okay. I feel like a trader saying this. If I could only, based on what I'm seeing, okay, and I've only done one Royal Caribbean cruise, and I've only been looking at the offers that they sent me, probably for like a month, right? I've been checking like once a week for like a month to see what they're sending me. I like Royals so far. I like what I'm seeing with Royal so far. Now, here's the thing. Well, I'm not even up high in status with Royal. How many points did I have, Amy? Like 212 points. I didn't even meet any of the tiers with Royal, and I'm already in their system and getting offers. So I don't know if the higher tiers I would get like onboard credit in addition. But because on my Carnival offers, some of them do come with some really good onboard credit. I don't know if I got to the higher points levels. Not status match, casino offer match. Yeah, Amy, you got, no, I have not done Royal. Virgin for a casino offer match. I have not. Y'all, I've been working. Listen, to be honest with y'all, I was telling my customers this. For the last year, I have kind of been working my business like really part-time. And so I can't continue to do that. My goal was take like cruise a couple weeks out of the month, the other couple weeks out of the month, come home, go hard, so that I can work at a more relaxed pace during my cruising, because I can work from the cruise. So I can go at a more relaxed pace during my cruising and do the things that I don't need to be home to do. But when I'm home, really go hard. Like hustle. Y'all, I did not do that. I worked at a relaxed pace when I was home. And I worked at a relaxed pace when I was cruising. And so I really need to be better disciplined about that. And so I have been working like so hard. Just trying to close the year out really, really strong because that's going to set me up to Wi-Fi and tips were covered. Amy, send me a message to let me know when your sailing is. Um, see how I get. I'm trying to end the year strong so that I can start the year strong. And set myself up for the type of like financial freedom and travel freedom, life freedom that I really desire to have. So yeah, so no, I haven't. But send me a message because that's gonna remind me to do it. Because I think about it like if I'm on here live talking to you, but then when I get off, I don't think about it again. So send me a message so I can see it, so I can do it. So yeah, so I'm excited about the status match with Virgin. Y'all know, I need to do the same with my side business. Yeah. I mean, it's just really important. And I'm not like beating myself up about it, you all. Last year was a year of allowing myself to heal, and I was kind of trying to get my hope back. I was trying to I guess heal, right? Because my hope came back as a result of the healing. And I feel like I did need that time. I needed that time away. I needed that time to relax. I needed that. I can work from out of state. I can. Yes. But there's an aspect to my job that I can't do from a cruise ship. I can do many aspects of my job from no matter where I am, but there's an aspect of my job I can't do from a cruise ship. So, and my goal was to like go hard when I was home on that particular aspect of the job so that I could do the other aspects in a more relaxed manner from the ship. And I just kind of was relaxed. I was relaxed at home and relaxed away. And I have to be better disciplined. And I want to just finish out the year, like I said, really, really strong so that I go into the new year not feeling like I'm coming from behind, but that I've set myself up for success in the new year. So my attention and focus has been on that. So yeah. So anyway, but Karita, why? Because Karita knows I'm telling the truth. Karita knows I'm telling the truth, girl. I was chilling somewhere, okay? I was chilling out, maxing, relaxing, all cool, drinking a frozen drink from by the pool. I was having a good time, but I needed it. And it's just been so good for me. It's been so good. Thank you, Fly Girl. Cause I was really devastated. Like, I know Karita, outside, like I didn't meet Karita through YouTube. I knew her prior to YouTube. And when I first started this channel, like I was just fighting to feel hope. I was fighting to feel like I wasn't being thrown away and discarded and unworthy. And fighting to feel that I had some value left, that the best days were not behind me, because that's how I was feeling. And all of my energy, I feel like, was spent faking it for my kids, because I didn't want my kids to see how devastated I was, because if they saw how devastated I was, that could impact the relationship they have with their father, and I wanted them to continue to have a good relationship with their dad. So because I know that the way my father mishandled my mother impacted my feelings towards my father and my siblings' feelings towards my father. We love him, but it impacted those relationships, and I did not want to do that to my girls with their dad. So all the energy I had was spent trying to fake like I was okay. So much so I couldn't even figure out how to really start working on being okay. I just had to fake um, for other people in my life to try to make them feel better. And so I needed the time away. Like the first time I was able to just sit and feel sad and not feel judged about feeling sad and just cry was on a cruise ship in my cabin. And I say not feel judged, but I did kind of feel judged because the room cabin steward kept coming. And I was like, I know he wants me to get out of here. I know he's wondering what's wrong with me while I'm staying in this cabin. But no, he didn't make me feel judged. That was in my mind. I was like, I know he's like, what is wrong with that lady? Why she won't go nowhere? But that was the first time. And so I needed that time away. I needed to focus on me. I needed to figure out what I like, what I want. And I said this in that video about what I learned taking 21 cruises is that being treated the way I was treated on the cruise ship. Now, I know the people were getting paid to treat me that way, right? But being treated that way, having my wants and needs kind of catered to, being taken care of in that way, made me start to feel again that I was worthy of being treated in that way. That may sound strange if you've never been as far down as I was. That may sound strange, but it just made me start to feel worthy again, right? Of being handled that way. You are doing, hearing and encouraging others. Are you saying I'm doing good? I think you left a word out, but I think you meant I'm doing good. In which case, thank you, girl. I do feel so much better than I felt this time last year. Y'all, this time last year is when I took those 4 cruises in December. I took 4 cruises last December. And I kind of feel like that's really when it started for me. Love the cruise treatment. Right. And so I got treated like that all the time. And so it started to help me to feel like, you know what? I deserve to be treated like this. Like the way I had been living, it's just not acceptable. The way I was being treated was just not acceptable. And so it was key to me getting here. Me going through that was key to me being able to sit right here right now and say, okay, for the past month, I've just been really head down, focused, grinding it out with my business because I want to end the year strong so I can start the year strong. I would not be here had I not had that experience over the last year. So I don't regret it, but I got to do what I got to do. But yes, I do still plan on taking my birthday cruise. I'm also taking a camping trip, and that's what keep people wanting to cruise and not live on land. Girl, if I could live on cruise ships, well, I don't know. Because there does come a point when I want to go home. There does come a point when I'm like, okay, I'm ready to go home. But I feel like if I could live on cruise ships and then my girls just come and randomly spend weeks with me and then they go back to doing what they do, I feel like I could do that. But I do get to where I want to go home. I need to be around my people. I want to have dinner and laugh and talk with my girls. But if I could, and they could just come like whenever they have a week off or 3 or 4 days off, they come take the cruise, hang out with me, then they go back, I would do it. I believe I would. So, all right, y'all, that's Warm Topic Wednesday. Make sure you double check, triple check your bags. Keep that in mind. 24 months or $8,000. We're not trying to do that. Make sure you double check it and triple check your bags. If you pray, say a prayer or send positive thoughts or whatever you do to Anna's and her family. Because that's so sad. That's so sad. Was it a good show? Candace, thank you for telling me that, because I kind of felt like I needed another topic, but I also need to get to work. I kind of felt like I need another topic. So thank you so much. I appreciate that. I love these Warm Topic Wednesday shows. I'm about to, I can't figure out whether I'm going to shoot a video or just go live on my other page, because I don't know if I have time to edit a video. But over there, I already told them it's going to be minimal editing. So all the that I cut out, y'all don't know how, when I'm editing a video, y'all don't know how many I cut out. I didn't even know I said that much until I started editing my own videos. It is, what is going on? So, but I already said on that channel, it's going to be minimal editing, because I just want to, I want to be able to have the channel, and I just don't have time right now. Not like I said that like I be doing major editing over here. Not that I do major editing over here, but I do at least try to cut out all the over here. I do at least try to do that. So I'm going to either shoot a video that will go up later on today over there, or go live over there, because it's been over a week, and I said once a week. So if you haven't already, please subscribe to the other channel, Queens Collaborative, where we just get a little bit more personal. That channel is not about cruising or travel, although those things may come up from time to time. That channel is just about life over there. So make sure you subscribe to the Queens Collaborative. It's a picture of me and Maya. We both have on black tops, and my hair is a little orangey in the picture. And I will see y'all on the next one. If you haven't already, please subscribe to this channel, and I'll see y'all on the next video. Hopefully one day I see you, or somewhere else down the road. Bye-bye.